Welcome back, grade 9. So this time, let's have some more examples on inverse variation. Okay, let's have the first example. So the number of days varies inversely with the number of workers. In a factory, 10 men can do the job in 30 days. How many days it will take if 20 men will do the same job? Okay, so we are going to create first the equation of our inverse variation. So we go back to the problem. So we have there the number of days varies inversely with the number of workers. So our equation will be D is equal to K over W. Now we are going to solve for our constant K. So we will be needing the following given. So our given there, W is equal to 10 men and D is equal to 30 days. And we want to solve for the constant K. Now, our equation again, D is equal to K over W. We are going to substitute the following given to our equation. So, D is 30, K is unknown, W is 10. We multiply everything by 10. So, we distribute. So, 10 times 30, that is 300. We cancel this, leaving us the K. So our constant for number 1 is 300. Now, how many days it will take if 20 men will do the same job? So again, our equation, D is equal to K over W. So how many days? That's D is equal to K now is 300 over 20 men. So 300 over 20, that is 15 days. So if you're going to put this on a table, so we are going to have there 10 men can finish it in 30 days. 20 workers can finish it in 15 days. So if you have noticed, as the number of workers increases, the number of days are also decreasing, because when we say inverse variation, as one quantity is increasing, the other quantity is decreasing. Okay, let's have the second example. The volume of a gas varies inversely as the pressure on it. If the volume is 24 cubic centimeter under the pressure of 30 kilogram per square centimeter, what pressure has to be applied to have a volume of 160 cubic centimeter? Okay, so we are going to create first our equation. So our equation, we go back to the problem. The volume varies inversely as the pressure. So our equation will be V is equal to K over P. Now, the constant. So we will be needing again our problem, 24 cubic centimeter. So our given there, volume is 24 cubic centimeter. Then the pressure is 30 kilogram per square centimeter. And the constant K is unknown. So our equation V is equal to K over P. So again, we substitute the given to our equation. So V is 24, K over 30. Multiply everything by 30. Distribute this. So 30 times 24, that is 720. We cancel the 30, leaving us the K. So the constant for number 2 is 720. Now, letter C. What pressure has to be applied to have a volume of 160 cubic centimeter? Now, our equation V is equal to K over P. What pressure? We are solving for the P. So, the volume there is 160. K is 720 over P. Now, we are going to cross multiply. So, 160P is equal to 720. We divide everything by 160. So, we cancel, leaving us the P. 720 over 160, that is 4.5 kilogram per centimeter square. Okay, now let's proceed to number 3. The current in amperes is inversely proportional to the resistance in ohms. If the current is 30 amperes when the resistance is 3 ohms, what is the current when resistance is 5 ohms? Again, creating the equation, so we have there the current inversely proportional to the resistance. So we have there I is equal to K over R. Now, the constant K. So the given will be I is equal to 30 amperes. R is equal to 3 ohms and K is unknown. So our equation I is equal to K over R. Substitute 30 is equal to K over 3. Multiply everything by 3. So distribute this 3 times 30, that is 90. We cancel. K is equal to 90 for number 3. Now, what is the current when resistance is 5 ohms? So again, our equation I is equal to K over R. So what is the current? We are solving for the I. So K is 90 and R is 5. So 90 over 5, that would give us 18 amperes. Okay, now let's have example number 4. The intensity of light from a source is inversely proportional to its square of the distance from the source. If a pocketbook is 2.4 meters from the lamp, the illumination on the page of the book is 500 lumens per square meter. How far must the lamp be moved so that the intensity of the light will be doubled? Okay, again, let's create the equation. So intensity inversely proportional to its square of the distance. So I is equal to K over D squared. Now let's have the constant K. So our given we have there. So I is equal to 500 lumens per square meter and D is equal to 2.4 meters and K is unknown. So again, our equation I is equal to K over D squared. We substitute. So 500 is equal to K over 2.4 quantity squared. Now, 2.4 there, that would give us 5.76. Now, we multiply everything by 5.76. We distribute this 5.76 times 500. That would give us 2,880. We cancel this, leaving us the K. So our K is 2,880 for number 4. Okay, now, how far must the lamp be moved so that the intensity of light will be doubled? Again, the intensity here from 500, since if you're going to double it, that would become now 1,000. So our equation I is equal to K over D squared. So the intensity now, that is 1,000, is equal to 2,880 over D squared. So we cross multiply, that's 1,000 D squared is equal to 2,880. Divide everything by 1,000. We cancel. D squared is equal to 2,880 over 1,000. That is 72 over 25. Now, since we want only the value of the D, we get the square root of both sides. We cancel this, leaving us the D. Square root of 72 over 25, that would give us 6 square root of 2 over 5 meters. Okay, now let's have the last problem. The law of the lever states that to balance a given person seated on a seesaw, the distance the other person from the fulcrum must be inversely proportional to the person's weight. Bruno and Alice are trying to balance on a seesaw. Bruno weighs 120 pounds and sits 4 feet from the fulcrum. If Alice weighs 100 pounds, how far from the fulcrum must Alice sit so they would be balanced on the seesaw? Okay, again, we are going to create our equation. So we have there the distance inversely proportional to the weight. So we have there D is equal to K over W. Now the constant. So our given, we have there 120 pounds and sits 4 feet. So given D is equal to 4 feet. And of course, the weight is 120 pounds. K is unknown. So our equation, D is equal to K over W. We substitute. D is 4. K. W is 120. We multiply everything by 120. So 120 times 4, that is 480. We cancel the 120, leaving us the K. So the K for number 5 is 480. Now, if Alice weighs 100 pounds, how far from the fulcrum must Alice sit? So they would be balanced on the seesaw. So again, D is equal to K over W. Now, Our D now is unknown. So 480 over 100, we divide 480 over 100, that would give us 4.8 feet. So Alice should be 4.8 feet away from the fulcrum. Okay, so that's all for today. I hope you've learned something about inverse variation.